Yo, Novak. Oh my God.
I'd achieved all the benchmarks of success, but unfortunately, there was a demon that lurked deep beneath the surface. I was on the losing.
Well, you might remember this pro skateboarder from MTV making a name for himself after he was discovered by Tony Hawk. Well, the twists and tricks of life kicked in and Brandon Novak took a fall into heroin addiction. Well, today he's continued to kick and push into becoming a professional speaker, best-selling author, and an advocate celebrating 6 years clean. So we welcome you today, Brandon. Tell us a little bit about your story for those not familiar with you.
Yeah, you know, at the age of 7 years old, my mother gave me my first skateboard, and the moment that board touched my hand, I knew I was going to be a professional skateboarder. I ate it, I breathed it, I slept it, I dreamt it. At the age of 14, I was the first skateboarder in the world to be endorsed by Gatorade. Right? I was doing commercials with Michael Jordan. At the age of 15, I was designing my pro model for Powell Peralta, touring the world with Tony Hawk. Doing things in life that people would equate to success, happiness, potentially even dream of doing. After that, ended up in those movies, Jackass, TV shows, Viva La Bam, went on to become a best-selling author of an autobiography, addiction memoir. Right? Did some things in life that people, you know, deemed respectable. But the reality is, in my story, that the disease of addiction does not discriminate. Yale or jail, White House or the outhouse, the results are all the same. And May 25th, 2015, I found myself waking up on life support after being under for 7 days, walking into my 13th inpatient treatment center. My mother had bought me a plot. People had taken life insurance policies out on me. I had been medevaced to 4 different hospitals in 4 different states from 4 different overdoses. I found myself standing on the corner of Eastern Avenue and Patterson Park in Baltimore City, prostituting my body just to secure enough money to buy another bag of heroin. Wanted to kill myself on a daily basis, didn't want to hurt myself in the process. I was terrible at suicide because I kept waking up. My mother's prayer consisted of, God, please cure him or kill him because I can no longer take it anymore. I was the guy that was deemed unhelpable and unfixable, and today I come to you celebrating 6 years of continuous sobriety, now traveling the world, letting people know that their history does not have to dictate their future, but it can most certainly guide and direct it, and the disease of addiction is not a death sentence. And as long as you're breathing, it's never too late.
So this was like a second lease on life for you.
Like
you have
12.
This fulfilling life, you know, the success, like you said, which the success, do you feel like that contributed to the beginning of the addiction? Just being exposed to so much and having access to so much success at an early age?
I think it helped as much as it hurt. Because at the young age, accomplishing those things, people thought that I had a method to my madness, and clearly I knew what I was doing and I had a good head on my shoulders. Which I did, which ultimately led to my demise because I was almost like too smart for my own good. I would continue to outthink myself out of any good situation I was about to make in my life when it came to getting better, because I possessed this job that consisted of knowing everything. So when you kindly suggested what I maybe should do to better my life, I suggested why you should get lost because I thought that I knew. And what I learned walking into that 13th inpatient treatment center, May 25th, 2015, is that you know what I do know is that I don't know. And my very best thinking continues to place me in positions much like this every time. My mother's a nuclear physicist on the board of Mercy Hospital. My brother is an attorney in the White House who practices pensions and benefits. My father died as a direct result of the disease of addiction, right? So I understood right from wrong, good from bad. Like, I knew that. And I knew, like, that the way I was living was no longer acceptable.
So really quickly before we wrap up, you have provided us with a direct number to your team for anybody watching here who might be a fan of yours and maybe struggling with addiction right now. So tell us a little bit about how we can contact that number and what we can do to take the first steps in the right direction.
Yeah, I believe the opposite of addiction is connection, and together we can do this. Divided, I die. I've seen me try to do it on my own and I get nowhere really fast. So I offer a number for people to call me directly if you want help. Literally to me. I pride myself on being as accessible and transparent as you could imagine. So call me, 610-546-2608. Me and my team will do the best that we can to get you the help that not really you need, but more so deserve.
Thank you so much, Brandon, for joining us and sharing your story.